In a distant land, crises were unfolding, wars were raging, and injustice was growing until the harshness of life overshadowed everything. The strong preyed on the weak, and people lived in constant fear of the tyrant's oppression. Everyone wondered, where is Allah in all this injustice? On a dark night, the young boys of the village gathered in the house of the old sage, whom everyone trusted for his wisdom. They sat around him, questioning with confusion and anxiety. The sage said to them, "My sons, do not think that Allah is unaware of what is happening in this world. Allah, the Exalted, delays the reckoning of the oppressors for a day when eyes will be transfixed, where no one will escape judgment. On that day, every wronged person will be avenged. Even if a weak sheep is wronged by a strong one, justice will be served then." The sage paused for a moment, then continued, "Indeed, Allah has placed great wisdom in these hardships. He elevates the ranks of the oppressed on the day of judgment and punishes the oppressors in this world and the hereafter. If Allah were to prevent all injustice in this world, life would have no meaning, and we would not know patience and sacrifice. But we must understand that Allah has commanded us to resist injustice as much as we can, in accordance with His rules. Injustice is not a predetermined fate we accept without resistance. We must repel injustice from ourselves by all legitimate means, whether by kind words that expose falsehood or by arms that defend the truth, as long as it is in line with Allah's rules." The children listened attentively, their eyes wide with amazement. One of them asked, "But how can we resist when we are weak?" The sage smiled and said, "Allah, the Exalted, has granted us reason and free will. We choose how we act and how we treat others. If someone wrongs us, we must defend ourselves with all the strength we have. Striving for justice is not only through arms, but also through honest words, good intentions, and every action that contributes to establishing justice. But we must be wise and adhere to Allah's rules, not committing injustice while seeking to remove it." The sage then added, "Remember that Allah tests us with these difficulties to see who among us will be patient and who will despair, who will fight for the truth and who will surrender to falsehood. Ultimately, victory belongs to the truth, and Allah does not waste the reward of the righteous." That night, everyone returned to their homes with peace in their hearts, knowing that justice would be realized even if after a while. But they also understood that they must be part of achieving that justice by working to repel injustice from themselves and others, seeking Allah's help in every step they take.